Soon as we step on the mic, man, you notice the difference. Heavenly blessed with the melanin, baby, you know that we winning. No time for the long talk, got 120 on the clock. Wednesday 8 through 10, all the bad vibes better stop. Cause you gotta come with that energy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. Lil' Coco be spitting that remedy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. You better take this shit serious. She dropping knowledge on head and it's free for the play. Tap in right now if you curious. We got the ham radio going lit every age. We go from people to family to pilots. Stay with me if you got something to say. Know it's important if we go acknowledge. Speak on the business and get out the way. What you gonna say about my mama? She winning, you rockhead.
Hello. Welcome to the Casual Convo Show with me, Coco, and my co-host, Boscoe from the Bronx. And joining us today, we also have special guest. You know, she's like one of my favorites when she come through. The artist extraordinaire, the gorgeous, multi-talented, the Jude.
Ayo.
Welcome. I can't hear you.
Oh, you muted Bosco, okay?
So, but while he's doing that, let me
Hey, muted that.
So while he's doing that, let me just do our spill here on Casual Convo Show. We have conversations about topics that affect the community, personal and business relationships. We always have the casual convo, so you don't have to have the tough convo. So while Bosco is getting his
Here we go. We're back.
oh hi Bosco.
Now let me say before I start. If y'all watching, these are the two baddest women on the internet. I'm telling you, I'm keeping it 100. I'm not just gassing her up. And if you're on Facebook and you say, "Man, I can't believe he said that," I said it. These are the two baddest women on Facebook on the internet. I'm keeping it 100. All right, let's get the show rolling.
Okay, so tonight, before we get started, I know we usually start with Bosco thoughts, but I just wanted to say one thing. First of all, rest in peace to Twitch, who passed away today from suicide. I also wanted to say, when it comes to that, I think we should be mindful. We just never know what people go through. And before people start commenting on people who may take their own life or battling depression or battling any type of mental illness, if you don't understand, if you're not walking in that person's shoes, keep your comments to yourself, because sometimes that make things worse. That family is still going through something, and I send my prayers, my everything out to the family, his children, and everyone else involved. That kind of really that hit me, you know, in a different way. So I just wanted to say that, and I just want us to really take mental health seriously, get educated. We will continue to try to bring awareness as much as we can in different situations. So I just want everybody to do mental health check-ins. So I think we should start doing that as well. So today, even though I had that news, I think my mental health is okay. What about you guys?
I'm good. You know, things happen, but just keep on going, man. Just keep on going.
Okay. Jude?
I'm good. Oh, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So now let's get on with the show. We're going to start with Bosco thoughts.
All right. Actually, I had a different thought in my head, but Lamont Pleasant, watcher, listener of the show, he posted something today. I want to read it.
Oh, I love that. I'm sorry. Yes, he did. And I agree 100%.
Yeah. You'd be surprised at how many times a man sits in his car, on his bed, in his bathroom, in the living room, and holds in his tears because he's so stressed or lost or confused or hurt or ready to give up. But when he shows his face again, he looks perfectly fine, unbothered, and he still manages to smile and go about his business like nothing else, like nothing happened. Men are some of the most resilient, overlooked, and in the mind of unappreciated to go through so much. He said, "Can I speak to your spirit for a second? You are the glue that holds everything and everyone together. Your presence, your very presence is power. When you speak, it resonates, and yet your silence is deafening. And all that you go through as you fight for not only who you are, but who you are striving to be, just know I see you. If you're a man and you're reading this, I want to say I love you and I appreciate you." That's my blast for the day.
All right, before we get into that, because I think that also goes into I know we're talking about dating, but even with that, I think we do as society, not even just as women, but
Shout
as
out to
a
Lamont. He just joined in. Just
yeah,
read your post, bro.
yeah, but I think just as a people, we should allow safe spaces for men. I don't think men are allowed the the space to be vulnerable, to show emotion, or to not be deemed as weak for showing emotion. I think even when it comes to relationships, oftentimes you hear women say, "Oh, he's soft," or "He this," or "He too emotional." I mean, I'm guilty of it, but but you know, it was really overly because I'm emotional. You know what I mean? But when it comes to how a person feels in just everyday life, we should have that door open where so a man can come and say, "This is how I'm feeling," and it's taken for face value for what it is, and they have our support unconditionally. So
I
that's my
agree.
take on that.
I agree
So
with that.
anyway,
I seen this documentary of these women. Sorry, I was smoking. This documentary, I was, and I got some smoke stuck up in there.
Oh, you good?
This
We understand.
documentary of this one, these the women in Europe, how they
Mm,
value men, and they compared their women to American women,
yeah.
and
mhm,
they were talking about how they don't want no pussy man. Like they pride on having a tough man, like a strong man, a protector,
Hmm.
all the things um like same thing like I feel like American women, want to. But I think when it comes to in general, a woman is taught that a man is supposed to be the protector, he's supposed to be the provider, he's supposed to be tough. Like growing up, you always taught like little boy, your brother's supposed to be tough.
Right.
We tell boys don't cry. So we condition as women. I feel like we are conditioned that when a man do show his sensitive side, it's conditioned to act like a girl and stuff like that. I feel like it's generational, and eventually the cycle need to be broken. And it
Right.
starts with the way, not only when you're dating a man, but how you raise your sons.
Yeah.
mhm,
Yeah.
I agree.
I think and to feed off of that, I think some of us men, we have, and I'm gonna take the female element out of it. I think we have men within our ranks who feel we shouldn't show any type of vulnerability. It's like, oh, you soft. And I think that carries over to some of the relationships because it keeps some of us men for actually showing emotions towards these women. Because see, some of us men, like I'm the type of person, whoever I'm with, I want them to see my soft side. Not so much the soft side as in I'm weak, as in give her that emotion that she's wanting, rather than this real tough guy who can't say I love you or can't hug you or stuff like that.
Right.
Some of these men got it to where with us, if we say, "Baby, I love you," oh man, you soft,
Mhm,
and then that messes up us, me and her. Because she's like,
mhm.
you don't show this affection towards me. When you're around your friends, you act like I'm one of your homies, and you can't hug me, or you can't hold my hand, or you can't kiss me on the cheek, or something like that. And these are the type of guys that go with those women who think a man shouldn't have any emotion. They need to be together so they can see, so those women can see, like, wow, this guy doesn't show me no attention. And when the guys say, wow, she don't want to be around me because I'm so, Cro-Magnum. I'm so tough, you know. So that's a lot. We have to fix within our community, you know.
I
Realize,
think we also got to change the mindset. Part of that
yeah,
is changing the mindset of allowing. I think that leads to like toxicity, and
yeah,
some people seek out even when dating. Like if you're treated like a lady, or if you're treated respectfully, and the door is open for
hmm,
you, and your seat is pulled out. Um,
hmm,
a lot of women don't know that. So they know, okay, if you sit your ass down in the chair or
hmm,
go do this, that's normalcy to them. And that's being, oh,
right,
this my man is this macho guy. And not
right,
understanding what chivalry is in a gentleman, and there's a
hmm,
time and place for the aggression, right? So
hmm,
it's kind of like we got to change the mentality when it comes to who we meet and how
Yeah.
we should be treated, not only just for women but also for men, because a lot
Yeah.
of women feel like you can just beat up on a man, talk to him any kind of way, do whatever you got to do, and he's supposed to take that and eat it and hold it all the way in, and that's not
Mhm.
always what it is.
You know, it's the minority that's always seen over the majority. Like I know most women like a man to hold a door for them. You know,
Me.
yeah, yeah, and it's great. Most women like that. You just have that small minority who, when you hold the door for them, or he thirsty, or they just keep on moving, won't say thank you. It's a small minority. Just like you have that small minority of men
Hmm.
who walk in the door and they let the door slam right in front of a woman's face. And I see that a lot now in this society. I'm not saying this generation, but this society. You have like you just can't, like chivalry. They don't believe in chivalry because I'll hold the door for women. They be like, wow, chivalry's not there. And I said, nah, it's not. You know. And one person, what that mean?
It's not taught because I think it's so many women raising men. So it's those
Right,
things are not
exactly.
taught. And
Right,
that's why I
exactly.
always say women, people like, yeah, women, I can raise my son to be a man. Da, 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 da. No, you can raise them to be emotionally tough, but you can't raise them certain things that can be instilled can only be received and given
Mm-hmm.
from a man.
Right.
That's just what it is. But
I am
Drew, you
starting.
want to say anything before I get into the topic?
Because I'm seeing a little more of like family togetherness now, though. Like I don't know if it's just like what I see promoted, or if it's just like, but I do see it like a lot more. I see a lot of people a lot of men trying to be fathers, trying to be more active in their kids' lives. Some
Mhm.
mothers being more, like together with the family unit thing. I see it, and I know that that's not everybody, but it's promoted. I just feel like
Mm-hmm.
at the while, it depends on, you know you gotta it's like when you went, like, because when you go through stuff, like, you gotta want to change. You can't
Mm-hmm.
Right.
live in the condition. Like, prime example, like, if this is the typical way, the stereotype of things, and you're tired of being a stereotype, why not be something other than a stereotype? We all have that option to do it. And it's like, we we I'm not only gonna blame black people, 'cause I feel like other races do it too, but mainly us.
Mhm.
We
Mm-hmm.
dwell on the stereotype and fit in it instead of changing the narrative. Like, I don't get it. So
I'm gonna ask you one question. I just want to spend like 5 more minutes on this, then I'm gonna get
Mm-hmm.
into what we're gonna get into. So even with that being said, do you think it's because again we say people have choices, right? But if
Mm-hmm.
you're not taught or educated on what choices should be made, because I mean people come from different types of homes, different situations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes if I can say you know better, the person, some people really don't
yeah,
know because that's all they know and they feel like this is normal. So sometimes it takes being around other things, and some people don't even understand it's a world outside of where they live because they don't travel outside of that. So I guess my question would be and then I gotta move on, is how would that change? Like what would you what advice would you give, or what would be a possible solution for you to see that change? Because my thing is we can say it because we know it. Some people really don't. And I've talked to people and I'm like, it's they like hell no. I'm like, yeah.
I think I,
we see.
I think
Oh,
like we
sorry.
talked about last week. I don't mean to interrupt you. I think what we talked about last week with enabling and helping. I think we
Mhm.
have to show people because they're not listening. They have to. I think we got to show people what we do. So when why you do that, you'll see. Like when I'm riding around with my nephew, my grandson, whoever. Like I go up to the drive through and I finesse the person at the attendant, but I say, look, if you do that, you'll make them feel like if they have nice fingernails, I'll be like, hey, you got nice fingernails. I'll compliment them. They could, they may not be all that, but they're like, yo, Pop, why you do that? I go, look, you just don't know. When you come back around here, things will be different. When we come back around, I might get an extra drink or whatever, but they'll be like, hey, they're so happy. And their mind, the woman's mindset have changed. And then the guy he's like, oh, wow. I said, sometimes just say little things.
Mhm.
and that'll change a person's mentality, and they see it. So that's what I show my grandsons. Like, this is what you do. Show them. Actions speak louder than words.
All right, Jude.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like we do see it. Like it's just that like a lot of people like to see what they want to see, because it is being promoted. Like it's out there. Like, and it was being shown when we was growing up. The Cosby Show and Family Matters and all that. It was always, promoted, but at the same time, it was also other things that was promoted, like some of the gangster movies and other stuff, like to promote other stuff. You feel me? I'm using that aspect real quick.
Yeah.
But in reality, like it is seen, like you can see it. It's just that society kind of is not really set up for us. We gotta change that narrative first. Stick together, come up with a master plan, elevate as a people, before we can start doing things. We not each other enemy, because we got to learn how to work together. Like the black man, the black woman are not each other's enemy. Got to most definitely work together. But we as a people, like in general, we got to change the outlook on how we look at each other, how we think and how we move. And it's a whole generation behind us that's doing that. They doing that even down to the groups of friends. They starting businesses young together. They moving in ways. And I remember like growing up, you couldn't get a group of girls to do stuff like you getting some of them. And some of the little dudes, they ain't even going in the corporate world. They really starting their own corporations for real. They doing things that it's make everybody before them proud, like for real. And it's a lot of craziness in the world. But if you take away like the negative that they keep throwing at us, and you look at a lot of positive, it's a lot of black kids in college going these
more than ever.
They promote, but the thing is they only promote like people getting killed on campus and yada yada yada, but they ain't promoting like, it's really a lot of kids in college, black kids in college getting degrees for stuff to start their own business, not to work for somebody, but to own their own business. And they're doing this like this generation out here, man. They making us proud.
So this is great. But unfortunately, I have to get into the topic.
Let's go.
That's what we do,
That was great. But no, I really want to get into, because we got a lot to cover when it comes to this dating thing. Because of course, so tonight, of course, over here everything goes off topic sometimes. But I think that was an important information to give out, and things needed to be said publicly.
That was a good opening.
Right. So tonight we are going to be talking about dating, the pros and cons, probably mainly the cons, and a couple of little pros, right? So we talked about a couple of things. I know Boscoe and I have had some side conversation. Jude and I have had several side conversations, and I was like, let's just kick this off, right? So I'm going to learn tonight. I'm not going to say much. I think I'm going to maneuver the questions. I might interject here and there. So my first question would be to you guys is, when it comes to what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word dating, or if someone says they're dating?
You can start, Jude.
I was about to say, do I gotta do Jeopardy?
Let's just be like,
I'm passing it on to the woman.
It don't really be like nowhere. Let's just be like, how's that going? How is that?
Okay, well, I guess I'll break the ice. When I think of dating, I think of,
They just, how hand rail's been doing, stepping in, stepping out.
So when I think of dating, I think it's more of it's still that getting to know stage, but it's not just I'm coming over. We're actually hanging out. We're creating a bond. We're creating different things, seeing the likes,
the definition of dating me.
Things like that. That's what I think of, because honestly, I think a lot of people don't date anymore. People look at, okay, I link up with this person every now and then, so that's dating. That's not dating.
Playing house.
It's literally what it is. It's hooking up. Like people, like for somebody to say, hey, you want to go out? Or, we get dressed up, we go do something. Like a lot of people don't have like date nights and relationships or something like that. Like a lot of maybe older couples, but you don't see a lot of people actually date. And then when you say, hey, I want to go out, I want to do something, it's like, the fuck? You know what I mean? And some people don't understand. Like that's that to me, that's a form of intimacy. It makes me want to know more about you. It makes you want to know more about the person because it's like, hey, we doing adventures together. I look at dating as an adventure of an exploration of the person.
I see it the same way. I see it as an interview, the interviewing process.
Mm-hmm.
You're learning each other. Yeah. You want to see, like with me, if I go out on a date, and that's how I started. We're going out on a date. Just when our
What's
first
your
link
perfect
up.
date?
Say what?
What's your perfect date? Describe to me your perfect date.
I can't say it's a real perfect date, but I
If
just
you
go
could
through.
have one,
I go through my process. Like if me and a person decide to go out, I always ask, what do you like? What do you like to eat?
okay.
I always ask, what do you like to eat? I don't ask them where they want to go, because if I'm asking a person out on a date, I shouldn't have to say, well, where do you want to go? I'm going to pick, I pick the place. And if they ask me where I'm going to go, I said, you'll see when we get there. I said, they said, well, I want to know. And if they press me, I'll be like, okay, we're going here. But I say, we're going to a place to eat. We're going to sit down, have a nice sit down. And we get there, go through the thing, hold the door, which I hold the door anyway. Let them sit down first, get the menu, let them order first, blah, 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 blah. Then I always ask, if I already know the person, I kind of skip through a lot of stuff. But if I don't, I'm like, yo, you got any hobbies? What are your hobbies? I ask simple questions like that. What are your hobbies? Did you hear about this? One thing I don't talk about what happened in the hood, because see, I want to know how far their attention span is with things. I don't say, oh, did you hear about the shoot? I don't do that. Yo, like, you hear about, like with Twitch? I'll be like, yo, you hear about Twitch? And then we'll talk about that, or Granddaddy Adieu, rest in peace to him too. Things like that. I want to know what's going on outside of the neighborhood. Then I look at the person to see. I check their mannerisms, like how they sit, speak. Are they, focused on something else other than what's in front of them? Are they always on their phone? Like when I'm with someone, when I'm with someone, I put my phone down. I put it down. I put it on vibrate. I put it on vibrate. I'm watching, because normally I don't look at people in the eye. I'm just still shy like that. But I got a way I've learned since a kid how to look at a person without them noticing me looking at them. I got very good peripheral vision.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
We're not doing this you shy shit this week. I'm sorry to curse. We're not doing that this week. You is not introverted. You is not, and I just say you is.
I know. I'm saying that though. What I'm doing, I'm showing you how I watch people, so they don't think I'm watching them. Please. That's why I say it. I do it that way so they don't think I'm watching them, but I'm watching them just to see how they do things. Because if you're looking dead at somebody, they'll fake the funk on you. But if they think you're not looking at them, they'll do whatever they're doing. That's why I say that. See, you was ready to smack me in my face.
You put too much thought into the date. Just look, we're gonna go get some food.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, all that go together. I'm saying,
depending on how the conversation go, like like you can't hold a conversation. I don't know. Like you gotta keep my attention. Right. I got ADD. I might, something might, I might keep my, like I don't know.
I think when you do something fun, like I get you. Like if you do something fun, let's just say like, because sometimes you don't know what the person like. It's a date, like especially if it's a first date, right?
Right.
You don't know what the person like. You be like, okay, let's just do something. I think a date is like an icebreaker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm really putting a lot of emphasis on that. So I'm saying those are just some of the things that I may do throughout. But I'm trying to have fun.
No, I get it, because she said a perfect date. So this is your perfect date. But I'm just
I can't.
I wasn't judging
is everything going right? I guess everything goes right. I mean, I don't know. A perfect date is me taking a person out, and at the end of the night, I'm smashing. That's the perfect date. I'm just saying that's the perfect date. If you ask it, what is the perfect date?
Give me that.
But
you ain't gonna dare me. You just gonna leave me like that? You so petty.
Who?
I was dabbing you. You supposed to dab me back from afar.
Oh, my bad. I ain't know. I thought you was laughing. My bad.
I was.
That's the
I
perfect
went
date.
to sleep. Did you see me go invisible?
I just.
Well, yeah, I only got 2 eyes. I got 4 eyes, but only 2 are on right now because these are, you know, if they're glaring, so I can't,
My perfect date is like. Would that be romantical or like a perfect fun date? Which one? Like
Whatever is your idea of a perfect date, what would it?
I
What
want to
would that
go
be?
like bowling, paintballing, some shit, like some fun shit. Sit down, eat some
Yeah,
food,
that's it.
talk. Kind of probably
Mhm.
like go race car riding. I don't know. Like I be tired of the same old simple shit. I like to eat though, so eating gotta be involved in all of that. So I want to
Right.
eat, but what I would like as long as like people know how to hold conversation. Like I don't know, like get to know a person. Everybody
Mhm.
be so willing to try to have sex more so than get to
Mhm.
actually know a person. Like after a while,
Mhm.
all that get played out because you just end up sleeping with a bunch of people that you did really
Don't
don't
know.
like
Mhm.
for real.
Mhm.
So it get kind of played out after a while. So no,
Mhm.
it shouldn't be an interview, but it should be fun enough for you to be able to get to know starting to want to
Mhm.
get to know a person. You should first impression the
Mhm.
last, especially if your first date. But if the perfect date, if it's a perfect date, man, I don't know. I don't see a perfect date. I see like an almost perfect.
Right.
So, but
My
I'm not.
perfect first date would be doing something fun where
Mhm.
both guards are down. So whether it's like something like a competition, like competitive, it could be like bowling or
Mhm.
anything like that, right? So something that I can talk trash, you can talk trash.
Mhm.
We
Wait,
can
wait,
Mhm.
because once you get that guard down, everything else is
Mhm.
organic, right?
Mhm.
Um, Jay said he not getting shot with no damn paintballs on the first date,
Hey,
yeah,
see,
but
let me clarify what I said about going out to eat. The reason I said that is because like I'm an older guy, and I've
mhm.
noticed a lot of younger women have never really been taken out to eat before around here. That's why I take
Mhm.
them out to eat. Now, if it's another older woman, 40, 50, then we're on a different level. But a lot of these women, like around here, I can't find no one 40 or 50. The ones that want to date me in their 30s. And I'm like, what you want to do? Can you take me out to eat? They all say that.
who
So
trying to take
that's
you out to eat?
huh?
Who
You said
trying
what
to take
happened?
you out to eat?
No, I said that's what they asked
Look
me. Can I
at
take them?
Joe.
They be. I mean, y'all want to take me to eat? I'm down. You know, man. You know me. I'm ready for both of
You
y'all.
just- you
But
see that when I visit? You see, Coco, you
Yeah,
poured it. You
she
poured
with
it.
no,
it.
but see, a lot of women around here in the mountains, they've never been out to eat. They've never been taken out to eat and really having a meal where a guy holds the door, do this. They've never had that. And it shows. That's why I said take them out to eat. But if I meet someone a little older, 40, 45, 50, whatever, then the whole game changes. I'm like,
Mhm.
yo, let's go bowling. Let's go paintballing. Let's go, something like that. You know,
You like paintball?
I'm gonna
love
make
it.
it a little
Hell yeah.
interesting. So, by
You too, bro.
Yeah.
this topic, I think I want you to start with, and you
Mhm.
probably going to know why based off a conversation. So we starting with the good stuff first,
Okay.
the good bad stuff, and then
Okay.
Jude, we gonna get to
I'm,
yours. Yours
I'm
is
gonna let
after
you
his.
know. Paintballing
So
is on the first date.
when it comes to
Yeah,
dating
I agree.
broken, how do you know if you're dating a broken person or dating broken people? What is that for you?
Some tell you straight up. Some tell you straight up because they're just going to the nonsense that they went through. Well, my ex did it, and I'm tired of this. I want to be treated like a queen. But look, all that comes out like right out the gate. But all the stuff, and you're like, okay, you know. And to tell you the situation I was in, it didn't last but a week. Um, she said she's broken. What it
Damn.
is, she is my grandson's. Well, my grandson dates her daughter. So he's like, yo, pop, man, I got this chick, she looking for a good man. So I'm like,
The
So I'm
grand,
like, yo, what up? Huh?
the grandson hooked you up with this
Yeah.
lady.
Well, yeah, he's
I need
he's
no more of
18.
this
So
story. Tell me what happened.
yeah, I'm gonna tell you the story. Check this out. Because
You see, I'm reading myself because I wanted to go.
and
All
I
right, let
hope
me
she's
be. All right,
watching this
I'm
show.
gonna take.
So this is what happened. I said, okay, man. He said, yo, she wants your number. I like, all right. Da-da-da. Gave my number. She hit me up. So I said, yo, what up? Da-da-da-da-da. So she told me how she's broken. Her ex-boyfriend used to beat her ass. Da-da-da-da. He even told me that. Man, he used to beat her ass, man. Da-da-da. Blah, blah, blah. He got an ankle bracelet on because he beat her so bad that he can't even come in the freaking housing area she lives. Little housing developed. So I like, all right, cool. So he said, I said, well, okay, I'll take out to eat, see what's up. So took out to eat. We had a good time, laughing, blah, blah, blah. Took her to Cheesecake Factory. She's never been there before. She's like, oh, wow, this place is so elegant. And I'm like, man, all right. It's a regular restaurant. Anyway, sell cheesecake. Anyway, so, went out a few times.
She was like 50?
No, she was 34, 35, 36, somewhere around.
Oh, you was up in the cradle. Go ahead. You had a hop over.
So everything was going good. I'm like, all right, what I'm saying? We would go out go out here, go out there. And all this happened in a week. Came up to the job. Hey, I said, yo, what up? You want to get something? Yeah, sit down. I got you. I run this joint. Here you go, blah, blah, blah. Everything goes. She said, something? I've never done the things you done for me. Blah, blah. I said, just being a man. She said, you treat me like a queen and we're not even together yet. I'm just, I was kind of bragging, but I wouldn't brag. I'm a nice guy. I mean, that's what I said, but I wasn't bragging, but I was just saying, I'm just a nice guy. Just like I try to be nice to people. So we went riding around, she's holding my hand and all that. I'm like, okay. She started blah, 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 talking about all this. She said, do you live alone? I said, yeah, I live by myself. She said, can I come to your house one night? I said, you can come by, wasn't nothing going down because it don't, I'm not that aggressive like, so blah, 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 blah. So one day she's supposed to be going to babysit her granddaughter so her daughter can go to work. All right. So I got up the next morning. I said, I called my grandson. I said, yo, you heard from your girl? He said, nah. I think she at her brother's house. I said, okay, cool. I said, just go over there because you need to go somewhere. I said, I go to brother's house. I said, yo, where your girl at? He said, she at home. I said, nah. She's supposed to be over here. He said, nah, she's supposed to be over here. He said, you sure? I said, yeah. I said, just left from over there. So I'm like, okay. So I go home, get ready to go to work. And I got to go that way. So I went that way. So let me shoot by, see if she's home yet. I see this old ass Taurus pull up. Well, it's already there when I get there. I'm knocking on the door. I see her daughter get out the car. And I'm like, yo, where your mom's at? She's like, I don't know. I like, all right, well, tell her, yo, I came by. So I hit my grandson up. I said, yo, what's up with your girl? He said, yo, Pop, man, I don't know. I like, what's up? He said, man, I think she's dealing with that dude. I said, for real? He's like, yeah. He said, man, you need to pack up and run. That's what we use to like get out, leave her alone. I said, if you think so, I will. So she hits me up on the phone, crying. It's like bawling, like somebody ran her dog over. Oh, sorry. I ain't mean to. And I'm like, you ain't mean to what? I said, oh, so you went to go see your mans. She said, I ain't mean to. He just came over. I got drunk. I said, oh, using the proverbial, I got drunk and didn't know what I'm doing. I said, ain't that some shit?
You got them cakes?
Yep. I said, she said, we ain't really do nothing. I said, look, there's no such thing as we ain't really do nothing. You either did or you didn't. And I was like, I ain't even asked you all that. I said, you know where you messed up? She said, where? I said, you're going to his house in the first place. That's what I told her. I was like, that's that. So she kept hitting me up. I said, no. I said, I told you. Rule number 1, don't lie to me. I said, if something goes wrong, I'd rather you tell me the truth and break my heart than lie to me and I have to find out. I said, luckily, my heart is still in the box. I said, but you lied to me. I said, we've been dealing with each other for about a week or so, and you already lying? I said, that's why you're broken. I said,
that's sad.
I'm
gonna say that. A week you knew you didn't what? Did you know you want her? Did you want to be with her? In a week.
I was seeing how it would go. I put it that way. Because I wasn't ready for no relationship. Oh, okay. So with me, it was like, let's see what happens. Because I had to see how she was. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna be with her because no, I'm waiting for you, Jude. The hell you
So,
talking about?
so
Why-
Bosco.
Hello, we.
I'm waiting
No,
on
hold
you.
on.
I don't think you can find. I don't think you can
Can't
find
get
love. in
Coco. I'm waiting on you. Shoot, the hell. I wait.
So, Bosco,
Yeah, what up, man?
how did that make you feel?
Oh, I was pissed. I was pissed. That's why I hit you up. When you hit, I was like, yo, I was gonna hit, you know what, the day it happened, I was gonna hit you up. For real. I
People
was
are not
For real?
dating for Lamont.
I had to call my niece, Morena. Shout out to her. I had to call her. She said, for real, Unc? I said, yeah, I was pissed. I mean, I felt a little heartbroken because I took this time out. It wasn't heartbroken that me and her wasn't working. That wasn't even it. It was just the point like I was going to take a chance and this nonsense happened. And it was more like I was pissed off at myself for being like, okay, go ahead.
No, that's part of dating.
Yeah.
A week. And a
A
week,
week.
when you get back out there, you feel me? I feel
Mhm.
like shit like that happens.
Do
Especially
y'all think broken
especially
people
with
should
fresh
date?
breakups.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
you should
think
get yourself together before you date.
Yeah, that's what I told her. I said you should get yourself together first. You said, yeah, but you're this and that. Blah blah blah. I don't know what I had. I said you didn't take the time to find out what you had. I said you jump right back into the well. I said I can't help you. I said I don't hate you. I said I wish you well, but we can't do this.
I
And
got a question for, oh, I'm sorry.
I
no,
did. I agree with
the thing
Lamont.
about it
You
is,
gotta know before you date.
and see, I say that to say this, and this is where I'm going to piss a lot of women off. When some of you, SOME or SUM for the dumb people.
Good job.
Oh, hey, that's that 138 IQ I got. It's like this. When you say, I want a man with this, this, and this, that man is dating down. Because he has everything you want. You're dating up, so don't sit there and say, oh, I'm not dating down because of that. I said, remember, this man is dating down. He's dating down to get you.
Mhm.
Because you want all this. And I say, what? And this is why, and I like Kevin Samuels. Yes, he go wild. He went hard on the man too.
You like that man, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. But you know what? This
What you gonna damn Kevin Samuels?
This how y'all be doing with Cardi B. But check it out.
No.
A lot of women, not all, not most, but a lot of women always saying, I hate this. I don't want this man. This last man. Always talking about what all these other men did to him. Tom, Dick, Harry, Joe, Mike, James, Carlton, all these dudes did to him. You're broken.
Can I say something?
Hold up, I ain't done.
Okay.
I ain't done. Just like
Because you know I'm about to go in, right?
I know.
So because I can't.
Let me finish ranting and I'm gonna let y'all smash me. All right.
Come on, get your rant out.
You are broken because of all these men in your past. Just like we are broken because all these females in our past. So we look for others. Now I'm speaking on behalf of the men. So when you name all these men in the past that you've been with and you're broken, then you think this guy up here, remember, he's coming down to fix you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
These men that you speak on, right? I get what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. However, some of these men that you say date down are broken men.
I said that.
So, and with that, they're looking for the woman they're dating down to heal them. Or what happens is she gets held responsible for the woman that hurt him or broke him. So now we pick up the pieces. So I guess my question to you would be in that aspect. I think when I think of broken people and we say broken people should heal, right? Whether you date down or date up, if you broken, you broken. It don't matter how you date because you're bringing baggage into something that could be. And then if you don't deal with that and you push that, you pretty much alleviate any chance of being happy with anybody because you're holding on to this damage it's not nobody else's fault for the person. Even with women, when we don't heal and we get into something, y'all paying for, like you said, the other dudes before. But dating today,
Mm-hmm.
what I've seen in my experiences, like there's no shade to anybody,
Mm-hmm.
women have fucked up a lot of men. Like, and I'm catching it, and I don't like it because it's
I feel
like,
you.
here it is. I'm a person. I know I love hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know what my heart is, but a person can't see that because somebody else done damaged them. So all I get is
The
the
residual.
bullshit, and I
I agree.
get the damaged man that want to hurt me because he hurt.
Mm-hmm. You know something? Like with me.
Before you say that, but let me say
Mm-hmm.
this. What I
Mm-hmm.
see is like it's not about the other person at all when it comes to dating.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Everything be personal with a person. Me
Mm-hmm.
personally with dating, what I find hard about dating mostly like with other people, besides like no like even attempting to date or want to date or talk to anybody, is like
Mm-hmm.
communication.
Mm-hmm.
Like you feel me? Like it's hard. It's
Mm-hmm.
real hard sometimes. Like the other person gotta want it just as bad as you want it in order for y'all two to be able to communicate with each other. Dating can be a beautiful fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like no bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But when people don't know how to like communicate, like talk, like listen. People don't listen to each other. People
Mm-hmm.
be so infatuated with
Mm-hmm.
you that they don't listen to you. They don't get to
Mm-hmm.
know you. They don't know anything
Mm-hmm.
about you. They don't know the things you like. They
Mm-hmm.
actually do shit that you don't like shit like
Mm-hmm.
that. And then it is just like it's
Yeah.
all about a matter of self. Everybody is out. So motherfuckers is healing.
Yeah.
You got people that's
Right.
healing, but because they healing, they selfish now, and they
Mm-hmm.
worry about their self. Like
I
With
think
me.
another piece to that communication
Mm-hmm.
piece, it's hard for a person, if you're a person that wants to communicate effectively in a relationship. And I think the
Mm-hmm.
biggest piece of making anything and getting to know anybody to see if you want to be exclusive, which we'll get to later,
Mm-hmm.
with anybody is how a person communicates. Because how you
Mm-hmm.
communicate is how you argue, is how you get through situations, it's how you get
Mm-hmm.
through a bunch of things. And I don't think the argument should be us yelling at each other, trying to take each other head. It could be a simple
Mm-hmm.
disagreement, but it doesn't have to get nasty and belligerent. I don't like when people push those buttons. But
Mm-hmm.
I think when a person is coming from, and from experience, I can say that as well,
Mm-hmm.
from a place of hurt and a
Mm-hmm.
place of your heart being broken, or a place of your feelings just, you keep putting your feelings into people, and you get in the same thing. Eventually that person doesn't want to hear. You could be everything they looking for,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what's going on with you or your status. But
Mm-hmm.
because they got this sitting right here, they can't communicate with you because part of their communication is shifted
Yeah.
because
You
of
know.
because of that. And it's like, how do you Lamont had a good comment. You can't fix people. So it's like it's kind of hard because a person
Mm-hmm.
can see so much and be like, it could be, but
Mm-hmm. I with me, I can't anyone I've dated, and if they watching this show, they can tell you I don't bring up my previous relationship unless they ask me. I don't. Anything that happened in the past with me, I use that as a learning lesson for the next person. Like the one I just finished dealing with for that 1 week, I take that. I'm like, okay, these are the signs. Blah 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 blah. Now, if they ask me, how did your last relationship end? I'm telling them, like, okay, this is what happened. But I don't be like, I don't sit there and be like, man, my ex. I don't bring up none of that trauma, because that's not on them. And can't no one I ever dated say I brought up the previous one, and that's why I am like I am. They ask me, why are you so calm? And I always tell them, there's no reason for me to get hyper. And I said, do you want me to get loud? No, I said, well, that's why I'm calm. And I had one I dated this years ago. She broke up with me because she didn't see that rage. I said I could. That's when I was running the streets, and I said I've never been a person like that. I said when I'm in the streets, and I had to do what I had to do, I did what I had to do, but I'm not gonna bring that in here with her. But see, she wanted me to be that same guy out in the street, and I said I'm that way in the street because you have to be.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna be that way. And she said, "You're just so too nice. You just something's fake about you."
What?
And I was
I,
like,
was like,
"Oh."
I got a question, Jude. I want you to answer this though, but I want to tie it in because I know we running out of time in the first half, but I know it's going to carry over into the second half.
It always does.
I said I wanted to get these two definitely in because as it came through as a topic of discussion when it comes to dating, I know many of us feel this way. We've all dated someone or been in a relationship with someone, and we've been like, look, dealing with you is killing me. All right?
Yeah.
Jude.
Yes, I have dated a person with dating.
Mm-hmm.
You know, before has I mean, oh my god, dating. Let me say this though. This disclaimer: dating ain't always bad. I end up dating. Dating was horrible at one point in time, like really horrible, and it ended up pushing me to end up talking to one person because, and I would vent to that goddamn person, like, oh my god, like dating was horrible. Oh my god, but I don't know where to start. Anyway,
Start from the top one. This is healing.
Crazy. People will go through like extreme lengths to do.
Spit it out.
I've had people threaten to come to my house. I've had motherfuckers. I mean, play on your phone, like all time. And we too old for that. I didn't know. I was a teenager, and you had a crush on somebody. So you used to play on that phone with your friends. You and your friends used to all be on the same one little phone.
Be calling it, yeah.
Well, these motherfuckers just doing that shit for fucking fun. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
Like, and we too old. You sit back, you think like I really don't be having time. Like, I'm the type of person like one day, like what I respect about dating is that there are people out here who most definitely respect you as a person and listen to you, understand like, yo, I'm stick this out. You know, like we going. If you're healing and you know you trying to get you together and the person respect that, like, thank you. Like, yes, I appreciate that. But you got a lot of people that try to rush you and get into situations because it benefits their situation or something like that. And it, like, I feel like it's just too much. Everybody out here trying to get somebody to take care of them more so than getting their own shit together. Or like, it's a lot of laziness. But it's not the young people. I want to say that, but it's not the young people. It's a lot of people that was born between 1990
Don't do it
above it, because everybody be wanting to give these kids some slack. There's a lot of old 30 and over bums out here that's getting on our nerves, making us all look bad. The kids
that's
are
why
old, and we out here acting foolish.
That's why I say when I say generation, I don't mean the age. I mean it just this period of society. It's not just the age. It's a lot of, like you said, a lot of bum ass people out there. You know,
I think this is a pro and a con in this situation. With dealing with somebody,
It's not even about money. Even it's about mindset. It's a lot of people that think this big in the world is like beyond all of us. And
never been nowhere.
That's the part that fucking kills me about the world.
Not even that. I think what people miss with when it comes to dating, even dating like a person who may not be for you, but everybody's not for you. Everybody you come across may not be for you, right? But I look at it like it's also a learning experience. When you date, not only do you learn about the person, you learn a lot about yourself. What you don't want, what you do want, what's cool, like, oh, I like this. And I've learned that I'm a person, I do like chivalry. So when I don't get it, certain things, I think also people come into your life, even if they like toxic, sometimes they can set the bar in other areas. Whereas though if it's how you support me, you know what I mean? whether it's in my businesses, in my career, in my education, anything like that, how you treat me. Like I said, if you open a door for me, I open a door for you. And then somebody else come along and he ain't opening the door, I'm looking like, oh yeah, this is it. It ain't gonna be another date because it's expected. And I think certain people teach you about yourself of how not only how you should be treated, but how you shouldn't be treated. What? And I think even the same way for men, like it's okay if you're a man that's always coming out of your pocket or always doing this or always doing something for somebody, and then you meet a woman that may do some things for you.
I had a friend
And
one
it's
time.
kind of like she done set the ball for the next one because you're gonna be like, do you appreciate me? Like, what's going on?
I had a friend one time. We're not friends anymore. He's part of that 599 days when someone didn't write me a letter.
Ooh, I just
Something's wrong with
I'll tell you, she knows the 599 days. I was locked up for 599 days exactly. That's 19 months, and my homie didn't write me out. None of my homies wrote me out. One letter. But when I got out, yo, and I cut all of them off. To this day, I hadn't spoken to none of them but one. This particular one who was part of the 599 days.
Gemini.
Yeah, that's right. 6'9", homie. So we was walking. I was walking. This is back. This is back then. I had my girl. He had his, and I said, "Yo, man, switch sides." He said, "What you mean?" He thought I meant me and him switch girls. I said, "No, switch side." He said, "What?" I said, "You need to walk on this side." He said, "For what?" I said, "If you're walking down the street, man, you supposed to walk closer to the curb." He's like, "I ain't no dog." I said, "It ain't got nothing to do with being a dog." I said, "You walk closer to the curb as protection." He said, "How's that?" I said, "If someone's riding down the street and they throw something or whatever, what are the chances of them hitting you or hitting her?" I said, if she's walking near the curb, they can hit her, whether it be with a bat or whatever. If she's on the inside, he ain't gonna be able to hit her that well with anything." And he looked at me like I was stupid. But his girl was like, "Wow." And then when me, my girl, and his girl were together and he went around, she's like, "I never knew that." I said, "It's a lot of stuff you don't know." I said, "But I'm not going to tell you because I ain't trying to call your man out." But me and him had a beef because of that, because he thought I was trying to holler at his girl. I said, "No, dude. That's just called being a gentleman. Man, I ain't got time for all that shit." I said, "All right," they broke up.
Man, some dudes they don't care. They like it's better you than me.
Exactly. That was his attitude. And I like, all right, nigga. They broke up. He gonna get mad at me, man. If you ain't tell her that shit, man. Don't play me.
You keep breaking up people's relationships.
You know why? And I ain't brag. I'm a good guy. I'm not bragging, but I'm a good guy. I'm just saying, I'm a good guy. I'm a good
get your
guy.
man.
I'm not bragging. I'm a good guy. I'm a real good guy.
Hey, so why
and
you
it's not me bragging?
So many people. I mean, you wear bad, Boscoe. I can't be your wife in the future if you've been breaking.
Remember, it's the guys that don't like me. It ain't the women. It's the guys that don't like me. So if the women like me because of who I am, I don't care about the guys. I ain't looking for no dick. I'm strictly Clitly. I ain't looking for that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking for that.
So I don't even got nothing to say. I didn't say that.
I'm the 100 man. I keep it 100. You got the Marlboro man. You got Superman. You got Batman. I'm the 100 man. Keep it 100.
I'm the ladies man. Boscoe. Ladies man.
Okay. I'm gonna fix that one day. Watch.
What? You know who? What? Did she say I'm the lady?
Yeah, I'll fix that.
I'm going back on mute.
See, she's running. She's running.
Oh,
fix that.
Boscoe, you got
to fix that.
I was your wife like today, earlier today, but then you got all this bad juju about breaking up relationships. I'll leave you doing all that. Let them people be in their own misery.
I was trying to school my mans. That's all. I'll try to make him a better man.
Can I ask you a quick question? I know we got a couple minutes left in the first half.
Yeah.
Is it okay? This is for both of y'all, since you want to be a man tonight, because you know you're the ladies' man.
I mean, you know,
Is it okay for a woman to ask a man out on a date? Why and what? Why or why not?
why
I
not?
see no problem with it.
All right, so it's funny because I got a phone call by somebody. I'm not gonna say who. Somebody called me
You can
because
say
their
what's name.
boyfriend dumped them because they said they always got to pay for everything when they go out. And I laughed at the person. I said, "What? You ever, treated your boyfriend to date?" She said, "No, because I thought that the men are always, pay
Mm-hmm.
for, blah blah blah." I said,
Mm-hmm.
well, yeah, but you know,
I'm sorry, somebody got some static. Can we all right?
is it me? Is it me?
It ain't me.
Is it
What are you
me?
talking? What? What are you talking about?
Go ahead, you
If
good.
you looking for me, you can find me. Sorry. But anyway, long story short,
Mm-hmm.
I had to school the little young beautiful
Mm-hmm.
queen and tell her, like, listen, you can't expect that man to always take his money and do things for you, and you never take your money and do anything for him. That's just not how the day, work. These dudes are sick of y'all. They sick of us, or they sick of y'all. So you want your little boyfriend to wind it down you, so you gotta wind it down his ass sometimes. And now they are happily back together. Story short, but all I'm saying is, I see y'all making just as hard as we used to make it. It ain't just the females. Y'all something else out here today. Y'all worse.
They are.
You know what I'm saying?
There's something else.
Like,
There's
and
something
this
else.
is the problem though. And we're gonna talk. Y'all y'all talk about that's the lengths that y'all go through. Like, I listen to my peoples. I listen to my homies. Y'all men will fake a whole death to keep a woman. Y'all are liars. Yeah, and it be y'all. Y'all just do the absolute most. Y'all talk about us. Y'all. I mean, everybody died. Doug died. This.
What do you mean by fake a death?
Listen. All right. So I can talk about this.
Yeah, I want to fake a death. What do you mean by that?
I mean, so I got a friend, one of my homies, but motherfucking dude.
This about to be good. Go ahead.
Ignore him for a little minute, ain't talk to him and shit. So this nigga called her and act like the fuck he was her brother. He was his brother, and that he had died. And that he was calling her to tell her that he had died. As a matter of fact, he texted her like this was the brother and that he had died and all this shit. So she called. Now she calling back. She'd been ignoring him, so now she called back.
Yeah.
Like, so she called back, and then he pretend to be the fucking brother and telling her now over the phone that he died. And that, he just wanted her to know that he died. But then she cooled on and realized that this was the nigga on the phone.
You know what?
And
That's
she's
the
like,
Baltimore
this
niggas.
is so fucked up.
That's the
like
Baltimore niggas.
I mean,
That's
they don't hit
right?
I mean, the motherfucker made a whole appointment to come to my clinic to see me. I mean, it's not only the men. I'm just to be fair.
That's the Baltimore
motherfuckers
niggas.
is crazy to keep you.
Niggas.
Like,
that's the
Boscoe
Baltimore
might
niggas.
be right.
Like,
no, Boscoe, because they everywhere.
That's the Baltimore niggas. Y'all drinking too much of that Chesapeake water. That's the Baltimore niggas.
No, it's some crazy
he
people.
Some shit and he freaking out for you to pull up and hurry up and come to the house. I be hearing some shit. You be thinking like, what the fuck, y'all men?
He need his ass whipped.
Y'all do the absolute motherfucking most. So y'all the motherfuckers. Y'all need to heal. We need to heal too as women. Let me tell you something. We need to heal. We need to heal.
Let me tell you what y'all women do.
I think
some of us in our camp might,
but you
some of us can't.
Men be doing the absolute.
Some of us in our camp may do that. But y'all women make sure it happens.
No.
Let me talk about those.
Hold on. Pause. Time out.
Yeah.
Intermission.
Talk about them motherfuckers in a minute too.
We gotta pay some bills.
Okay. What bills? But go ahead.
We gotta pay some bills. We gotta take a quick
Gas,
break.
electric, water bill, fucking everybody with food stamps from the guy at the market.
So listen, Bosco is when we come back. I promise
Yeah.
you, I want you to pick right back. Don't you forget that story because we're gonna kick back the second half with that story because I want to hear because I know it's gonna be good because I want to hear what we be doing so I can interject. I got some other stuff on some pros and cons of updating, and I would like for both of you guys to come back. I'm really gonna be
All right.
quiet for that part because it's the part that I'm gonna learn a lot from. Um, so to those of you who are listening and watching, please don't go anywhere. Just stay right where you are. We're gonna be back. Just go to the bathroom, grab yourself a drink or whatever it is that you need, some water, whatever. And Justin from Arkansas, take us to the break. Hola, buenos noches.
Yeah, man. Rastafari. Let's go.
Welcome back to the Casual Convo Show. I'm your host, Coco, and we have the amazing co-host, Bosco from the Bronx.
What? Go on.
And then we have the beautiful, talented artiste herself, the Jude.
Hey y'all.
So the first half was rather interesting. We went off topic in the first, but said some very interesting things. Touched on mental health, which you know over here we love. We did a mental health check-in. We're all doing great mentally today. Um, we covered a lot from toxicity, damaged people. Bosco wanted to tell a story towards the end, and I wanted to save it for this because I know it's going to be great because it's Bosco and he tells the best stories, right? So let's not wait anymore. Let's just go ahead and get it on.
All right. Let me tell you a quick story. And with Jude, what she said about dude faking to death, that's wild, but I believe it happened because it's a lot of
It
it's a
did
lot of
happen.
dudes.
I'm telling you.
I believe you. I
Telling you.
believe you. Because a lot of dudes out
I
there
can
do
tell
some
I can
crazy
tell you
stuff. You know
other
what I mean?
stories too.
But that's got to be the like, wow, that's crazy, yo. But check this out. I dated this woman. We're friends now. Amazingly, wasn't friends for a while. We dated, and we was good. She told me she's real jealous. Like, all right. I said, everybody got a little bit of jealousy in them. No biggie. So I'm at work, right? And we were going to Carowinds. I don't know if I know what Carowinds are. We parked down in South Carolina. The job was the next day. So I said, all right, work. So one of the managers, I can't forget what she needed. She needed something, but I had it in my car. And I said, yo, go out look in my car. I think I got one it might have been a lighter. I can't remember what it was. It was something. I said, look in the middle part of my car. It's something in there. It's one in there. I think it was a lighter. Anyway. So threw my keys. We still in there working. Just so happened, she in my car, she come back, she give your keys. All right. Seconds later, chick walk in the door. She looking at me, smiling. Hey, what you doing? I said, working. She said, what you doing when you get off work? I said, nothing, probably just going home. Well, what up? She said, well, stop by my house. All right. So get off work, stop by her house. She said, I'll be at your house in a few minutes. Cause we stayed like a block from each other. I said, all right, I'm gonna go home, take me a shower and everything, change clothes, da. So, I wait for her to come. She ain't show up. I like, well, she probably went to bed because it was kind of late. So me and my homie there, chilling, we in there playing the PlayStation. He go get something to drink. He said, yo, I'm like, what up? He said, your girl at the door. Now, she don't live there. So, like, she just walk in the house. And I don't care if I date you or not. Still knock on my door. So, I like, all right, yo. So, I put the controller down. I said, yo, what up? She like, yo, who that white bitch in your car? And I'm like, ain't nobody in my car. I'm like, now look out the window. I'm like, it's nobody. She said, no, at your job. And I'm like, who's in my car? I said, oh, she had to get a light out the car. And she didn't believe me. So she just marched her at, I'm 6'1". At that time, like 6'1", 235. She's like 4'11", man, maybe like 120. So she's tiny. She walk in the crib. So I'm like, yo, what's up? What's good? And she's like, I knew you was cheating. I said, I ain't cheating on you. I said, we going to Carowinds tomorrow. Oh, you taking the car? I said, no, our job is going to Carowinds tomorrow. half the shift is going, so the night shift is working. We're going to close early. So they're coming to cover our shift, and she can verify Morena. She's coming. When she's coming, she can verify the whole thing.
She
I'm
not
so
here
glad.
yet.
She's coming. She's coming because she just texted me. So I like, yo, you wildin'. I said, go home and chill. When I'm done, me and my man's finished playing the game, I'll be up there to holler at you. No. So she wilding out there, cursing, trying to beat me up, but she couldn't beat me up. I'm twice her size, twice her weight. So, I'm like, yeah, what? I said, chill. So I grab her, bear hug, like, chill. She didn't want to chill. So I put it back down. So I'm going to the kitchen. She said, God, I said, what you want to do? Shoot me? She said, no, I'm going to stab you. And I'm like, ah. So she reached in the freaking joint and pull out a steak knife. Here goes the mark right here, right there, and right
Let me
here.
see. You got to do a close up. I'm blinded.
Can I ask a question? Because one thing I've noticed in life.
Here goes one of them right here, and the other one's right there. Got me twice.
That's on your titty?
Nah, close.
Let me see. Let me see your pectoral.
Let me see. You got stabbed.
Yeah, that's the first one.
By the girl?
Steak knife. The second one is right here. I don't know if you can see it that well. It's kind of dark.
What you do?
What she stab you with? A knife?
She was crazy.
Steak knife.
Why she stab you?
Because she was crazy. This is what she told me afterwards. She said, "You make me crazy." So I said, "How do I make you?"
Thing?
Huh?
You gave us some pickle.
You didn't do nothing.
Pickle.
You didn't do nothing.
No, I do.
You gave us
when my niece check in, she'll tell you, nope. She thought I was cheating, but I wasn't, because she apologized. She just said, "You make me crazy. You make me crazy," and I said, "I'm not cheating on you." She said, "I know. You just got me."
That's crazy.
Bugging. Stab my ass. But I'm not done with the story.
People fucking nuts out here. That's why I don't play that shit. I'm not.
My homie called the police, right? Because see, I picked her up. She's trying to cover me up. I'm sitting there bleeding.
That's what it was.
I pick up against the wall and hold against the wall, like, yo, chill.
That was foreplay. You know. Come on, when you pick a sister up and a female up and throw her ass on the wall, that is instantaneous.
I ain't never done no crazy female shit, because I've done some crazy female shit.
I hung her up. I said, yo, chill. She said, I'm just crazy. You drive me crazy. You make me crazy. You make me crazy. So I put it down.
You toxic. I hear you over there. She's trying to hear that.
I hear you. I got headphones on. I hear you. So the police come out, right?
I think all women are toxic. I don't give a fuck. I think all women got a little toxicity in them. We all are capable of being toxic. Every human being.
She was crazy. But
in my past life.
But hold up, the police come, right?
But I feel like it's like, I don't know, like right now, I don't know, just sitting here thinking like
anyone under 5'2" is crazy anyway.
That whole thing, I'm like, oh my God, I wouldn't never. But then I had to sit. I had a minute to sit back and process and think, like, I've done some crazy shit in my 20s. You feel me?
But look,
I tried to
police came.
I threw fucking
hold up. We ain't done with the story yet. We ain't done with the story yet. The police came.
I'm sorry.
Now remember, we at my house. They told me I had to go. I said, yo, she don't live here. She stay up the street, up the block. So we out there arguing. I'm like, yo, this is my crib. She don't stay here. She stay up the block. And my homie like, yeah, but we got a call. I said, my homie called y'all. He right here. So they still want. So they maced me. They pepper sprayed me. Took me to jail. I got with the jail. I stayed up there 40 hours. They let me go. They took assault charges out on her, right? I was like, you know what? I just want to stay away, right? We go to court. They call me just so I'm like, yeah. I ain't going to say her name. We get up there. They dismiss the charge. I'm like,
oh, you can't call her out, but we.
If I'd have knocked the shit out of her, you think they're going to dismiss the charges? They dismissed the charges.
I'm going to back you up on this. I'm going to back you up on this.
I ain't get a chance to say nothing. They dismissed the charges on her. I'm still looking like, I don't get to say so. I mean, I'd have let her ride anyway. Just leave me alone. I'm like, I don't get to say so. Now, if I'd have been like, well, you're going to jail. And I'm bugging. So the thing about it, we broke up. My dumb ass took her back like a month later. And but this time it was smooth. Then I said we got the argument, and I don't. When I argue, I don't like to yell, because when people hear me talk, I talk loud anyway, and I use my hands, and people think I'm getting violent because I talk with my hands. I said, and they get all scared and shit. So I said, look, yo, we need to go our way. So she didn't take it too well, which I expect she wouldn't. So I go home. 2 days later, I come out my crib. What's that movie? I think it was called Lipstick. I can't remember. I came out my house, I'm crossing the street. I see her coming up the street. I'm like, yo, all right. I'm gonna holler at her. She'll be like, yo, hello. Bitch trying to run me over. Try to hit me. And I'm like, yo!
Kind of love. Toxic.
Bitch trying to run me over. She used to call me up there like, can I come up there and take, because she's only 4'11". Can I change her light bulb? I'm like, nah.
Y'all just probably had great sex. She had some good coochie. Yes. She probably thought she had some good sausage, and y'all just kept it moving.
Say, like, how old was you when all this happened? How old was you?
I was in my 30s.
That's what you say. See, now you're too old for that shit. That's how I feel.
That's why I walked away from it. That's why I walked away.
Like for me personally, like, all right, I feel like
I was 30, 34, 35, something like that.
Talk about like not all that stuff, but like doing stuff like that. Because I'm sitting here listening to you. I'm sitting there thinking, like, as a female, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. As a woman, I've only really on my own lived with one man and one woman. Two women.
I'm about like
one
that.
Man and
well,
two
women.
In my dating life. One man and two women.
Right, man. Why? Because there's a lot of sidebar conversations under the breath going on. That's why you said you had two women sleeping with you. You was in the pilot.
No. You had two women.
I wait for y'all too. That's the only time I had two women.
Listen, I only live with one man in my life and two women, right?
Women.
Now,
I mean,
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
It was harder to get rid of the woman than it was to get rid of the man. We as women don't know how to be like no bullshit. When I left the man, I just packed up and moved out. When I left the woman or tried to get the woman to leave, it was like a war. Like it was a territory thing for real. Yep. And it was a this mine, that's yours, this blah blah blah. It was like a whole lot of different shit. You feel me? So I feel like I know a lot of women not gonna like when I say this, but I feel like we be really making a lot of shit hard because it be more about principle to us than the whole situation. We walk away from
again. I say it every week. It's because we are emotional. We don't think logically. We think based on how we feel. If I feel like this is what needs to be done, or I need from you,
I'm guilty of it. I'm gonna be
this emotion, and I'm gonna act out because I'm being emotional. Yeah.
When I moved out,
we guilty of it, sis. It's horrible. It's like a thing. We born with it. We born. Y'all we don't understand either. And I probably should have shared that with y'all. But if it don't fit with the, our thing, I don't understand this. Every woman, I deal with women. It's like one of the easiest, hardest things you can do in life. Women are a beautiful creation of God.
I lived with one, and one lived with me. I lived with one. I lived with one, and one lived with me. The one I lived with, when I moved out, I said I let her have everything.
My wife.
I let her have everything. The only thing I took with me with my turntables, my clothes, and my comic books. I let her have everything we built. When she lived with me, I said you can have everything. I let her. I said you can have the bed. You can have. I let her have. I said you can have. She said I don't want. I said I told her take the bed.
And see, that's y'all problem. Y'all men, y'all be so quick to keep giving everything away. Fuck that. Listen. Y'all need to get see. That's y'all men from our generation. These new y'all sons, they get it. They on their level of their mommies. They was raised by their mommies, so they ain't you ain't getting rid of all that shit. They putting their women's out and all that shit. But
she left. I told her it was mainly the bed. It was mainly the bed because I was like I didn't want to keep the bed.
I got two good. I try to get the questions in. So, I'm gonna go with Lamont questions first, and then I'm gonna go to Meldon's question because I do want to know about what you guys think about that. And I'm gonna have a lot to say. So, Lamont says, "Can we discuss the definition of dating? Is it monogamous, or do you believe it should be multiple initially?" Can I go first?
Yeah.
I think that's a discussion. So if we're dating and a conversation is had, if you're dating several people, say that. But if you know you're not trying to be exclusive at any time, say that too. Yeah. But I think you shouldn't do things with a person to make them feel like you want more if you know that you're spreading the love through the community.
Yeah,
No, I completely agree with that.
I do.
You
Same thing.
shouldn't like you should have that conversation,
Keep it
especially if
100.
you and the person if you and the person dating and you decide like, yeah, I want to date outside of us, or if y'all
Mm-hmm.
decide that we're gonna date exclusive, like
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's all part of dating. Like
Right.
that's part of like having them initial conversations. What are you saying?
Stay
Like what
single.
take out a well, dating is single. You're dating. We're not in a
Yeah.
relationship.
No,
A lot
no,
of
no,
people
no. But what I'm saying is, if you're okay, like even if you had the conversation, but going into Mel said open dating. So I look at it, you want to date several people. My thing is if you just want to be with multiple people, just stay single. Don't even just link up. Don't even because you know what I'm speaking as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most women, especially with me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm considered middle age, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna lead to my next question. We're looking at it like, okay, so if you're doing certain things with us,
Mm-hmm.
and we said women are emotional, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're doing certain things and you spending the time and you doing all of this, and usually in a woman's mind, you're thinking,
Mm-hmm.
oh, he feeling me, he into me. But if you consistently say, I'm dating several people, I'm not going to take you seriously. But it
Right.
looking like don't pursue me in a way of interest of a relationship if that's not what you're looking for and you just serial data. Just say I'm
Mm-hmm.
single and I'm out here. To me, you're
Mm-hmm.
not really. I guess that's when the question when people say they're dating for a purpose. Or when, because usually when you date and you getting to know somebody, when you get to know different people and you
Mm-hmm.
want all the attention from everybody, you got to be clear on your intentions because
yeah,
some people like the attention from multiple people, but when you get that attention as if you're their man or you're their woman, it kind of complicates things.
I
If
agree with
that
Samika,
makes
what you
sense.
saying. Yeah. You got to be
Like I
100
feel like
with it.
I don't know. I'm not trying to ramble,
yeah,
but it's just say you single and want to do you because if
Mm-hmm.
you have no good intentions with
Mm-hmm.
people, and I think that's when people it starts to get the fine line of playing with people's feelings because it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like most women they date and they get to like somebody they really like because when your peripheral is here,
Mm-hmm.
you don't truly get to see who's in front of you.
Right.
Because if I'm dating several people, I ain't gonna lie to you, and I guess we gonna say I'm a Gemini. I get bored quickly.
Me
So
too.
once I'm bored and I'm on to, then I'm going with who I'm having fun with. You know, for
Me
real,
too.
who can hold my attention. So when it
Mm-hmm.
when it's kind of like that, I'm going to focus on what's right here. But if I'm doing different people, I'm not focused on no one because they all have a quality. So even if this is a good one, I might miss it because this one might got something.
Yeah. Right. I hear you.
Okay,
I
I'm
feel
done.
like
Oh,
I
this
feel
straight.
like
I agree.
I feel like I agree, but I do feel like some people just don't like people don't talk for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like certain things be just simple conversations. That's all in getting let a person know you. One thing I'm real open about, and with me is like I don't want a relationship, so I'm not looking for one. And then
Right.
I'm open about why I don't want a relationship. You feel me? Like I
Mm-hmm.
tell you that. Now that's up to you. Now if you try to pursue a relationship out of me, then I'm not going to deal with you. And I'm open about
Right.
that. You know.
Right.
So and if I wanted to date multiple people, I would tell person I want to date multiple people. You feel me? But I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like they just they conversations. But if I want to date you, I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna date you. If I want to date somebody else, I'm gonna tell somebody I'm gonna tell you I want to date somebody else. Like I just feel like they
Mm-hmm.
conversations that need to be had. Like it shouldn't be
Yeah.
necessary like
Yeah.
secrets. Like if you be honest with people, like
Mm-hmm.
that's how you get to know people. That's how you get to respect people. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what I also want to point out is there's not always respected from what I see. Like everybody don't
Mm-hmm.
always respect the fact that that is how you are. Like people honesty, people because dating you are single. Coco
Mm-hmm.
said something about being single. Well, when you dating, you are single. We're not
Yep.
exclusive. Like you can still be dating somebody exclusive and not be in a relationship. We are not a couple. Labels are
Mhm.
labels.
Mm-hmm.
Like so many people put labels on things, but just because me and you are together, if I'm only sleeping with you, then me and you sleeping together. But if I'm out here and we dating and we talking to other people, and and you're out here dating and talking to other people, like, and we both open with that, I'm not mad at that. You're not my wife. We didn't say
But
we were
actually,
a couple.
I
We're
say
not
that
a
because
couple.
but actions can sometimes get misleading. I think that's what I'm saying. You get what I mean?
Well,
Like,
open your mouth. That's what I'm saying.
no,
Like,
it's
open
right.
your
But
mouth.
I'm just saying, but when a person does that, and then you could say, okay, I don't want this. So let's just give a scenario. Okay, Drew, okay, let's just say me and you dating, right?
That's
And
messed up.
okay,
No, I'm,
hold on, wait
no,
for it. No,
I'm
I'm
joking.
being
Go ahead.
serious.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm trying to
Nah,
clarify the
I
situations
know.
that's
I'm
going on in
clowning.
the
I'm clowning.
comments. So let's just say me and Jude dating, and I'm like, I'm dating other people, I'm seeing other people. Right now I'm not looking for nothing too, whatever. Jude, like, okay, cool. We having fun together. All right, I might be dipping off with Bosco from time to time, but Jude, you're getting most of my time. I'm telling you, I don't want anything, right? But I'm giving you all my time and all my attention. I'm treating you like you what's up.
Right.
But Bosco might see me here and there, but you getting the bulk of my time. That can become misleading for you because I'm saying I don't want shit. I don't want nothing. But I'm showing you I want you.
Right.
So when you start to feel like, okay, this might be a little bit more because this person's spending time, and then all of a sudden I just start giving Bosco all my time, and then I come back to you like, but I told you I wasn't, I don't. It's kind of like I'm playing with your feelings because you get, and then I might want to come back when, let's say, Bosco busy.
Yeah, but did I come to you and say I want to be in a relationship? And did you say yeah, you want to be in a relationship, or did you tell me no, you didn't want to be in a relationship? That's what I'm
But if I
getting to.
told
Like,
you I could see myself in a relationship with you, and I want to see where it's gonna go.
so then that's being narcissistic, and that's some other shit. You feel me? That's how I feel. But if you came to me and was like, you don't want to be in a relationship and yada yada yada, and I still try to pursue you in a relationship, that's different. You feel me? If I came to you and you said, if I came to you said you don't want to be in a relationship, that's not what you want right now, yada yada yada, and you ain't even gotta give me a reason why. That's just not what. But you fuck with me, you here with me, you willing to build a friendship. Hopefully, it leads to something different. I would respect that more than you trying to pursue a relationship with me, and you don't want one. You're gonna be unhappy with me. I'd rather you fall in love and want to be with me, or just be my friend, and or me trying to pursue you and fall in love with you. I respect them more. And this crazy part is, I didn't understand that until I grew up as a woman. You feel me? Young, we do shit like that. But when you get older, you be like, man, I ain't got time for that. You respect. Maybe it wasn't meant for me and you to be friends. I fuck with you. I love you. We might even sleep together. But guess what? We ain't meant to be together. You still can be my motherfucking friend. I'm at the point in my life where I understand it. But
you know what? I agree with both of your sides. And I think that's the problem. I think like giving Coco scenario about if y'all messing around, you're like the number one and I'm number two, then she flipped to me. I would have in my head that.
But I'm still talking to you, Bosco, like
you
you
see,
like
I
you
removed
should.
you completely out of it.
No, yeah,
No, but I'm just saying. But let's just say I went and I started spending time with Bosco. We could have linked up, and let's just say me and Bosco had a bomb ass time, and I wanted to see him the next day, and it turned into something. So now I done totally left you hanging, even after I've been giving you all of this, and you giving me all your time and attention, right? And wait a minute, hold on. I told you all of this. So now with Bosco, let's just say you like, okay, you moving, whatever, right? And then you go, okay, cool. This and you telling me this, and I'm like, oh, all right, whatever. So I might kick it with you a little bit, but I'm still hitting you up, and then I'm doing all this. So when you choose to walk away, or you start to distance yourself, should I feel away?
No, you shouldn't, because you just told me that you didn't want to be with me. That be the fucked up part. I don't get that. Like, and I think that's like that's the part that like
people don't get
in life. I don't understand like why it's dating. It's trial and fucking error, so that you can figure out your person to see if this is a person that you like. You might run into it, you might not. I really love love stories. I'm a Pisces, we live on that shit like that. That love that fairy
Yeah.
tale shit.
Don't do that because I'm a Gemini and I love too.
No, y'all
But I'm
fucking
just saying
dead.
I
Y'all
know I
like
love
freaking Fred.
no
Y'all like Chuck E. Cheese and Chucky. Then when they put them
no.
two goddamn things together, y'all completely
I'm
different.
gonna be
Y'all
real.
like
I'm
have
a
fun and
person,
go ahead
even
and
though
spend money and
no,
good
if I
people
catch feelings
and
and I
fucking
love
kill the
you,
whole thing.
no. If I catch feelings and I fall, I know I love her. I'm all in.
Yeah, that's me.
But
I
my
mean,
whole
yeah.
thing is it's when it's not. I think it's when it's not there. I think sometimes even when dating, I think it's important not to be mixy and not to send mixed signals. If you saying this is what you're doing, do that.
You know
Until
what?
now, if it changes, because my thing is, we already based it. Women are pretty much emotional and base our decisions, our thoughts based off of how we're treated, how we feel. Men are more logical. Well, I said this. Okay, motherfucker, but you showing me this. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
now I'm going off of what you're showing me as a woman. But even as
Right.
a woman, and we get emotional, you might get some kickback and some resistance when we feel like now, okay, now nigga, you playing games, you playing with me.
Yeah.
You can't just keep and go and then be like, oh, but I said I didn't want anything. But it's kind of like you stringing a person along. Leave, just go ahead
With me,
and go off into your stuff.
I
with
feel
me,
like you
if
should just be honest.
yeah, with me, if I'm in that three-way like that, I'm keeping my mindset as that. Now, if you spending more time with me, I'm still remembering like, okay, yo, this is just we just rolling in the hay. But I'm gonna make the best of it. You know what I mean? Because I know this is my turn, but I know we're not trying to, we're not trying to go, we're not trying to have anything long lasting. We're just playing around, you know. But don't get me wrong. If I think you're like that, if I think you're that one, that I'm putting the press on you. And what I mean by putting the press on you, I'm not like, come on, girl, you got no, I'm not doing that. I'm doing other things like, okay, I'm gonna find that arrow that hits her right in the heart. So she
Right.
can lead this other person away alone. But I'm gonna
Right.
always keep in my
Right.
mind still, we're not serious. But that's not gonna stop me from doing, being on my game. And I think with a lot of people, that's the problem. Like they'll know they're in the situation like that, but they feel like, oh, why you don't want to spend no time with me? You keep forgetting we're not like that. Because I was in a situation once where this girl had a man. She loved him. I knew the guy, but she told me she dealt with me because I was a different animal. What I mean by different animal, he's the short guy. He's like 5'8", 5'5". I'm 6'1". He's a white guy. Well, kind of he was Asian, half white. I'm black. And I brought a different element. But I knew I was the side guy. I knew that. And it wasn't like I was gonna be like, yo, you need to leave him. Da da da. I know. Nah. I was cool. I was cool with it. And a lot of people can't accept that one person is seeing two people, even though they're not in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, this is what you agreed to this. So if you catch feelings and I'm not showing you that attention that you want, you can't be mad at me because this is something you agreed upon. Like anytime I meet someone, I'm like, I ask them like, what are we in this for? I ask them straight up because I want to hear from their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want? I
Is
don't want
that
them to say,
dating
well,
with
you
a
said,
purpose? Is that
huh?
was that what that means when
What's
people
that?
say I'm
Yeah,
dating
like
with a
dating with
purpose?
a purpose. Yeah, like
Is
so
that what that means?
because
Yeah,
I
I
feel
want to
like
know.
this. If me and you dating and it depends. I don't know. If you dating other people, I don't need to know who you dating, but
Mm-mm.
I mean, are you dating openly? Like, I don't want to date the hoe of the town. I
Right,
don't want to
right,
date a hoe.
right.
But if you dating me and you
Especially if it's
dating,
physical. Yeah, if you being physical
because
with
there's
everybody,
people
that's
out here that,
major.
yeah, it's really people out here that really don't want to be dating everybody. So like, if you dating with a
Right.
purpose, that shit do be mattering. Like, if you dating
Mm-hmm.
to like eventually find a wife, find a husband, find whatever, shit like that matters. So if you dating out here to hoe around, you just got awesome shit, you want to spread your fucking wings, you need to
Right.
tell people that. You can't be dating people that's looking for marriage and or want to settle down, want to have kids
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that, and you want to be out here living your life.
Right.
They two different lifestyles. Y'all living for two different purposes. So why you
Right.
want to have them fall in love with you, all this stuff, think you ready to settle down, then you go out here, you mess with other people. everybody don't cheat. Everybody want to feel like everybody cheat. Everybody don't cheat. Everybody don't need an extra person.
Nope.
Some people
Right.
just need that person. And that's just all it is. However, like when you get out with the wrong person, you get what you
Mm-hmm.
get, and that's just how it is. Like so,
Communication.
yeah, no, like
Communication.
But I also think if you just out here hoeing, just hoe.
That's all.
Don't do the extra.
yeah, because
Just
Brosco, when
that,
you
because
sit
my
down,
thing is, if you say that, that's just that might just be cool, but that don't mean you gotta like, you
Yeah.
know,
Just tell me
just
point
just
blank.
just just say that. But I think it's also clear communication and expectations. Um, I think if you are dating multiple people and you're sleeping with people, I think you do owe people the truth when they ask questions of safety,
yeah,
of
Mm-hmm.
how often are you sleeping with people? Is it
Mm-hmm.
directly before, after? I mean, those are certain things. And if a person agrees to do that and continue on with that
Mm-hmm.
relationship, okay, they're taking a chance. But also, you also got to understand now people's lives are involved,
I look at it like
especially.
I
Hmm,
look at it like basketball. Do you want me to shoot the jumper? Do you want me to drive the lane, or do you want me to slam it in your face? And what I mean by that, shooting the jumper, you from a distance, like am I just we're just hanging out? Maybe you ask me to come over, drive the lane. Am I like the playmate? Like come over, I need you to smash. Or am I dunking? I mean, are we going? We're trying to build something. That's how I see it. Let me know what. That's why, like I said, that's why I always ask, what do you want? I want to hear from their mouth. So
yeah,
they don't say to me, well, you said no, you agreed to this. I want to know, what do you want?
like,
Where are we going with this? If we're going to tell them we just rolling in the hay, okay.
so if that person wants something more than what you are looking to do you still pursue that person? I look at it, I'm asking because a lot of times people will know they don't have intent, but with about certain things of
Mm-hmm.
what is the exclusiveness, right? But will pursue a person
Mm-hmm.
who wants that. And I see that happen a lot. And it's kind of like when you pursue people and a person is saying, it may not be with you right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, this is what I want. I
Mm-hmm.
think in the back of your mind, you should say, okay, this is a person who's not out here playing games, who's not out here in the streets, who's
Mm-hmm.
not out here just seeing multiple people. They may be
Mm-hmm.
really looking to see, okay, what is it in this person? And that's why I say the peripheral sometimes when you date other people, I think sometimes if you know you don't have that intention and you just want to spread your love,
Mm-hmm.
male or female,
Mm-hmm.
do that, but don't pursue people who want something meaningful.
yeah,
If someone tells me they're looking
yeah.
for more, I let them know. I tell them right now, I'm not sure. I say, right now, I'm just, testing the waters. I tell them point blank. I'm not going to say, yeah, this is what I want. I tell them point blank. Right now, I'm testing the waters. I just started dating and I'm seeing what's out there. And I
But
say,
see,
if
at
if
least you
things
being
work out,
honest.
huh?
Say at least you being honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them. If things work out, we'll take it from there. I said, but let's see what happens. I tell them.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably setting myself up with this one.
Probably, but
Do
go ahead.
you think it's easier to date or meet people on like social media, in person, or dating app?
I'd rather meet the person.
Me too.
I guess it's better than knowing the person straight up because anyone can be anybody on social media. And with a dating app,
Oh,
I don't know. I I don't know.
I don't want to meet nobody in person. That's in Baltimore. I'm a Baltimorean. I'm tired of
I hear that though. It's
Baltimore.
different here. It's different here. It's different here.
Um, I don't know. Today's world, you can meet people anywhere. I don't. I think it's
Hmm.
easy anyway. For real,
Yeah.
it just
Oh, you
depends
said, is it
on
easier?
you as a
Or you
person.
said better?
Yeah. Did you say
Did you
easy
ask
or
easy
better?
or better? Yo,
You
she
say
gone. She
easy or
on here.
better?
No, is it like, well, which do you think is is better, or you can find more compatibility. I'm only
Oh.
asking that because I think when we look at now, I've done them all. So,
Yeah,
but
I feel like
I
it's
do
different.
like no, what I do like is when it comes to like, even if it's meeting people on social media or meeting people through dating apps, you can meet people outside of your area.
Hmm.
It gives you a feel for maybe, okay, maybe my person might not be here. Maybe this, and it gives you an idea because sometimes when they say opposites attract, or
Hmm.
you meet people that you may never meet going outside and in your local thing, or if you're not a person that travel all the time, and then even sometimes with traveling, granted everybody's not with like long distance stuff and things like that, but I think it widens the scope.
I think it's. I think the app or social media might be better. You know why? Because like you just said about distance. Because like you might meet someone 2 hours away, 3 hours away, 4 hours away. It's a good ride, but it's not a ride that you can't make. And you can say, hey, why don't we link up this weekend? We can meet. I can come to you. You can come to me, or we can meet halfway. Maybe spend the weekend somewhere. You know, rent a room for the weekend, and we can spend the time. That way, you're not always in each other's face. So when the meetup, it's like, yeah, we meet up, da 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 da. And I think it work. I see around here, the pool is not that deep. I'm just gonna keep it 100. The pool is not deep, and I'm talking males and females. I'm not talking about just females. The pool is not deep. Because the guys here, they wanna be treated like the women, and the women here just it's bad. Even people here say, mm-mm, it's poor here. It's yeah. So if I always said if I met someone, and this one I just had this week excursion or whatever you want to call it, that told me, and I always said whoever I want to meet does not live here. Does not live here.
Then the thing with that, you
But,
gotta
but
you gotta weed out the bull crap. You gotta weed out the perverts. You gotta weed out the gold diggers. You gotta weed out
That's what
the
we got here, man.
yeah,
because
but I feel like
that's even
it,
dating apps.
it gives you a different type of intimacy, like with a
Yeah,
person. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
when the person is really close, like you get to learn them in a different way. When a person is far, you have to get to figure out
Mm-hmm.
different ways to get to learn a person.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta come up with creative way to be. It costs you more, not necessarily
Yeah.
monetarily, but
Mm-hmm.
mentally, physically, and emotionally. It costs
Mm-hmm.
you more put into dealing with that person because they're
Mm-hmm.
further. So make you
Mhm.
appreciate them and the whole
Mm-hmm.
dating
Yeah.
relationship situation, all that. It makes you appreciate all that shit like a hell of a lot more,
Yep.
in my opinion, than somebody that you see all the time. Things you tend to get on your nerves, especially
Mm-hmm.
when you're not ready for it. But when y'all get to the point where y'all got to know each other, y'all got to miss each other, y'all value like personal space, all that shit, like it falls together a little
Mm-hmm.
different. And then but then different stroke for different folks. Some people
Mhm.
can't deal with it. Some people can deal
Right.
with that clinginess, the everyday, the all the shit. Like like I feel like it depends on the person for real.
If you
It can
work a
work
lot,
either way.
yeah. If you work a lot, it'll help.
No, I've
No,
I
done
think it
that.
would. If you work a
I
lot.
think for communication, I didn't have an issue with
Mm-hmm.
um dating people that wasn't from Baltimore, right? It would be, I think, communication and sometimes making time is the thing. Like, it's okay if you work a lot, but at some point you have to make some type of time. Like, it's okay if we talk all the time, we can video chat, whatever. But at some point you need to feel. Not saying it got to be sexual, but just to be in that person's presence,
Mm-hmm.
or anything like that. I think in order to make it work, definitely communication. You have to be able to put trust in a person, or you
Mm-hmm.
have to have complete trust and not think, oh, this person going to be out doing this. Your mind just can't go there. You have
Mm-hmm.
to fully be that way. I think the one issue I ran into was the time. Everything else was spot on. It was
Mm-hmm.
just finding the time. So I
Yeah.
think in order to pursue something, in another state or long distance, you should be able to uh, balance
Yeah.
your time, whereas though you can see that person. I'm not saying it got to be all the time, but at least have some type of schedule or frequency that you
Hmm.
can see that person to build it. But I think the communication piece builds a deeper connection because it's not just physical. Now you're really getting to know the person. So
Right.
when you do see the person, it's that much more great because
Right.
I mean it's true. Absence make the heart grow fonder.
Yes, it does.
Yep. I agree.
Man, and when y'all do, like get to know each other, like y'all, it's just I don't know. That
Did
should be.
you lean back, friend? What did you reminisce real quick?
I,
Care to
listen,
share?
I had
That's
to
what
put
it seemed like.
I had to put no, cause like not for real. Like it just gets you like you get
Mm.
to appreciate like dating a lot.
Yeah.
It's not even about you can do that like locally. It ain't necessarily gotta only be, long distance for real. It's just that
Right.
when you dating, like you gotta be honest, like about
Yeah.
how you're dating. Dating don't have no real rules to it. However,
Mm-mm.
you need to be open about how you're dating. You're not in a relationship, you're dating. If you want to be exclusive with a person, ask them, can y'all be exclusive? Ask them not to date other people. If when
Right.
you're dating somebody, like for real, you can be dating somebody, they can date other people, you can say, hey, can you only sleep with me? If
Can you
y'all
answer
Right.
doing
this
that,
in that statement? Because that's actually my next question. Because I'm trying to
What's
get them
that?
all in before going out of time.
Hmm.
When is it too soon to want to be exclusive, or is there a time frame? Because everybody talk about this time frame. Me personally, I don't believe in time frames. I believe if it
Mm-mm.
happens, it happens. But is there a time frame of okay, if you're seeing a person, should it be like okay, we've been doing this for X, Y, and Z, it's time for phase two?
no, I don't
I,
feel
you,
like it should be a time frame. I feel
mm-mm.
like if it had like you feel it. Like whoever
Right.
really like sat there and thought like, all right, we've been together for what 90 days. What the fuck is it, a job? You ain't paying me
Right.
to be in this goddamn shit.
Right.
No,
Right.
no, you feel it. Like if I feel like this is my thing. If I'm feeling you, I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna have a conversation. Look, I don't I don't know how I'm gonna say it through. It depends on how I'm feeling. I might be high, I might be
Right.
drunk, I might be sober. I might say, hey, listen, I might be all three at the same two at the same time.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Right.
I might, I'm gonna
Yeah.
say I want to be with you, and if I want to be with you, I'm gonna tell you that I want to be with you, and only you. And
Right.
and I'm not saying I want to marry you, but at the time, I want to be your woman, your
Exclusive.
girl, your woman, however. And that's just
Right.
it. I feel like a lot of people put too much thought, man and woman, put too much
Hmm.
thought in how they feel instead of expressing how they feel. I'm
Hmm.
at the point where listen, I don't got time. When mom used to grow go, and they used to say a woman can smell. This ain't go. I'm at that point in my life where I don't got the goddamn patience. I'm gonna tell you how I feel and tell me how you feel. I can't read your mind.
Right.
Boscoe, I feel you. What we want you to read out mind, us women, we want you to read out mind. I'm not reading your mind because I'm gonna
But
tell
you
you.
don't know. You don't know what
No,
I'm
tell you how
thinking.
the fuck I
Right.
feel. Tell you how I feel.
Right.
So if I'm going
Right.
to date multiple people, I'm gonna tell you I'm dating multiple people. If I'm going to date you, I'm going to tell you I'm dating you.
That's it.
And that's just how it is. We're gonna have that conversation, and it's just that fucking simple. I'm not going back and forth. And then I'm
You know
also at
what?
the point in my life where I'm not blaming other people for my
Mm-mm.
poor mistakes and the choices that I make to who I keep fucking dating. If
Mm-mm.
you already doing shit when I don't like it, I'm not gonna let you keep doing this shit. I done already
Nope.
been through that time to keep wasting. Tomorrow ain't
I,
promised. So at this point, if I'm single, I'm open about like I'm single. I fuck with you
right.
though. We gonna do
You,
us. I'm gonna
you,
love you. We gonna whatever. Even if I like you, I'm gonna tell you I like you. Like no bullshit.
right.
But I'm not gonna play games. I'm not gonna think have you thinking that we
Nope.
something that we not. But
Nope.
at the same time, let you know if I'm gonna kill for you for will. Know what I'm
You
saying?
know what? You know another issue people have they go into dating or relationship and they try to put this image out that they're not to impress a person. Any person I meet, I tell them, yo, just be yourself, man. Just be yourself. If you curse a lot, curse a lot. Don't try to act like you don't curse. Say what you be yourself. I say, I want to know who, so if things go further, I don't, oh, you wouldn't like this. You know what I mean? If you're the type of person that be like, yeah, hell yes, and you just be that person.
Man,
just be that person. You don't have
I can't
to.
wait till my wife come and snatch me up and come marry me. Wife, if you listening, come and get me.
It's not
gonna be a wife. I keep telling you, Judy, but
what I gathered from this conversation.
But I hear you though. I'm with you.
Unfortunately, what I gathered from this conversation is that I'm gonna get a puppy, and I'm gonna love my puppy.
I love them to death.
Puppy gonna get tired of you too, but man, you be fronting.
Girl,
girl, don't get yourself something like God damn.
Yeah, puppy might start like, yo, you need to get out the house.
I got you. You take the puppy out, that's when you got like one or two of them. I'm ready to get them motherfuckers stroller. We ready to be out. Y'all can ready to see me pulling up in the summer. We coming out. Watch the summer.
But you know what? Judy made a point at the end of her. She made a point at the end about when you get a certain age. And a lot of people need to realize when you get a certain age,
tired.
You're tired of the BS.
Yep.
It's like, look, what I need to know what's up. Are we going with it or we just playing?
What do it matter the gender? Because some people be old.
They're just still immature. Because I noticed that a lot of people, even my age, they act like they're 20 years old and like, yo, homie, you're not that young like that no more.
Like I was
and
on
they want to play the games. And they
I was
do
on
this
a
with
dating app, and I came across some like, I said, okay, I'm gonna try some older stuff, right? And I changed the age. They was worse than the young ones.
Yeah. And they will play and see they do that. A lot of these older cats, I see it around here. A lot of these older cats, they do it and because they figure, I got this young girl. That's why I say it's not when I say generational, it's not the generation like generation Gen Z or Gen Y. It's the society. This whole society, it's like everything's flipping backwards. And a lot of these guys out here are like that. Like, I don't have an issue with the younger women, 30, 35, because they see me as that older guy. I don't act like these young guys. And that's what they want, that older guy. So when these older guys act like these boys.
True.
They don't, it's like they forgot they grew up. Like, dude, man, you're 50 years old, man. You know how to treat this woman? Oh, forget that. Sit your old ass down. They don't hold doors for women anymore. Yeah. Close the show.
Jude, we gotta 3 minutes. You got anything you gotta say before we gotta end?
Before you do. And to all guests that's listening, when I mess with Jude, we know it's just in jest, y'all.
I thought we said we was gonna be together.
But you ain't gave me no answer. You ain't told me nothing.
You fired.
That's my
Can somebody take me? I need to go to the SPSCA. I need to go to the SPSCA.
Hold up.
But I do got a question on both of them, y'all.
Is that the name?
No.
SPSCA. What's the name of that place? The shelter?
ASPCA.
Wait a minute. Let me say this.
It's on you, Judy.
To everybody on the show, all the guests and everybody, Boscoe is my husband. And if he get on this show one more time and talk about whoever like him and all that, I'm gonna beat because I ain't playing. I'm from Baltimore. Don't be playing with me. Don't play
Baltimore,
with me.
not Baltimore.
Oh, so you gotta be specific. What part of Baltimore you from?
I'm from Northeast. No, I'm from the Good Boy.
You a lie.
She from the Wire side, y'all. McCullough Street.
I'm gonna go by the Northeast. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm not from the Hood. I did not go.
Booker T.
Everybody want to talk about Baltimore. Baltimore's a real place, but anyway, we talking
It
about
is.
dating right now.
It is.
We
It
talk
is.
about that
It is.
another
We
time.
gotta-
It
Well,
is.
actually,
we talk about Baltimore.
no. Well,
Baltimore's dope.
no. Actually, we will
yeah,
talk
we
about it
should.
next week. Actually, we're gonna talk about it next week. I'm gonna try to see if I can get Jude to come back because I do want to talk about how to support small businesses, Black businesses. How to give that support, what that support looks like, what it doesn't look like, and expectations of support. So I do want to get into that. So with that, we can touch on some different things and small, and because it's a lot of hidden gems that's locally owned or owned for whatever. If you are listening and watching and you have a small business, that would be the show for you. Because that would probably be the only time that I will allow anybody or maybe make mention of your business.
Wait, can I say something real quick? 1 minute. I just want to say something
We
like
need
30 seconds.
sponsorships.
Can I say something real quick? I just want to say this. My views on dating is I do not recommend it. It sucks sometimes, especially if you're not serious about it. If you're not serious about dating, just motherfucking don't date. However, if you're serious about dating, it can be a fun motherfucking experience. But don't be out here playing people. A lot of y'all like playing people. If you don't have no intentions on being serious about other people, not about dating, being serious about another person, feelings, their mental and all that shit, just don't date for real. Like, fuck around. Fucking around and dating are two different things. It's okay to fuck around, and it's okay to fuck around instead of dating. That's all I want to say.
Amen.
That is true. But again, next week, all the entrepreneurs, all small business people, tune in. Load up the comment section. Call in, do whatever you got to do, join the conversation. But I know Bosco going to close out, but I always gotta do because Jude, that's my baby. Thank you. I always love when you come on. Bosco, take us out.
Here we go. Thank you for tuning in. Hand Radio TV. Check out the show on Instagram and even on YouTube because Coco got some shorts out there. Y'all got to check out. We try to keep it informative. We try to keep it fun. It's all love. Shout out to Rakim, who I got to see this weekend. Coco got to watch him live through my Instagram live. Yeah, I got a chance to talk to him at the end. It was pretty dope. Too bad I couldn't get a shout out for the show because he was in a rush. But I was like, yo, check out the show. I did tell him about the show. So yeah, but it was all good. But yo, we out of here. Head Radio, Head TV. Casual Coco Convo. I got the word, but y'all know who we are. All right, just check us out, man. Check us out.